Hey everyone, this is Bender Beerman again, and I'm gonna do a quick vid on running lines through in here. Again, this is kind of simple stuff. I've got the camera set down low, so hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing in here, though I may need to get a little better light in there so you guys can actually see. Um, this is, what was I about to say? Yeah, this is pretty simple stuff, what I'm doing today, but again, I'm doing these videos in full, like trying to get every part of the system so that you guys see how long it takes and what all it has to do to make it all work correctly. I'm actually gonna grab something to sit on so that I'm not kneeling down the entire time. A little cooler. Alright. So, as you're looking at it from the back, because you always go left to right when you're looking at it. So this is 1, and this is 12. Okay? So I actually pre-cut the lines beforehand, and that took about 10 minutes or so. It's 5.5 feet of 3/16 line that I'm running in here. Now when I get to location, and I get in there, most of these lines will be able to reach where the secondary regulator panels are without too much issue. The far end ones, like 1 and 12, I might have to splice in a section of like either 3/8 or 5/16 line, but for now, this is what we're gonna do, and we'll just we'll play it by ear when we get there. So, this is also, the last time that you're going to be able to get in here without a lot of stuff. Sorry, I work in a brewery, so I cuss a lot. So this is the last time that you're going to be able to get in here and do anything without a bunch of stuff in the way, or it hanging on a wall and you having to kind of teeter it while you do stuff. Now, I actually did go through and make sure that all of these were tight. It took like 2 minutes, so I didn't show that. But we're going to show how to run all of this now. So first thing you do is you undo it all, and then you throw your big bundle of lines where you can get to it. That'll do right there. You can't see it, but you don't really need to see it. So you take one, and you find your clamp, which I hadn't looked at yet. I think it's this one. 13.3. Now, this is 3/16 ID line. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. Now, this is 1/4 inch barb. So you have to get to this to wiggle up over that. If you're having a lot of issues, and you have a kitchen or something close by, just boil a little water. Like, seriously, put it in a coffee mug, microwave the coffee mug, boil the water, like put it in for a second, pull it out, and that should help. We'll see if we can get it without that. Alright, we're going to start with 1. You know what? I'm going to move you. Let's see if we can get you a little bit closer so that you can see what's going on. Looks like I'm going to have to lower the tripod. If you've got motion sickness, look away. All right. You see what's going on there? A little wonky on the tripod, but we'll see. So you take it, you literally get an edge on one side, and just kind of, oh hey, looks like that beer nut gasket's loose. I didn't check the beer nuts, I just checked the shank nuts. Okay, that's tight. That's tight. All right, I'll do the first 4. Handy dandy faucet wrench, faucet side, beer nut side. Cool. All right, let's try this again. So you hook an edge, and then you squish it, and hey, look, that one popped on. Now you just kind of roll it back and forth while pushing up, and it walks itself up. That one went on pretty easy. Now let's see if I picked the right clamp. And I did. That's surprising. So now you use your clamp pliers to get on it. And you want to place your clamp in the middle of the barbs. So you want at least one barb sticking down below, and preferably a barb sticking up above the top. Grab onto it, squish it down. All right, that clamp is on. Now, the other end, because remember that this is an offset, so it's going to, all of these lines are going to go through a piece of PVC pipe. Actually, 2 pieces of PVC pipe that are going to sit right here. So you won't be able to visually see what's going on, so it's best to mark it. Honestly, just a Sharpie. Pick a section, and we're just gonna put a 1. All right. 1 is done. Now I'm gonna kind of loop it around to the other side to keep it out of the way for now. Now let's see if we can do 2. All right, second line. Clamp. Can't tell you how many times I forget to put the clamp on before I put it on the barb. Hook the edge. Get it to roll on. Roll it back and forth. Until it's up as you're pushing up. Now I am putting a fair amount of force on it. So keep that in mind as you're doing it. You do need fairly strong hands for this, unfortunately. So we're gonna put this on. Like I said, if you don't have strong hands, use the hot water. And the hot water makes it a lot easier. The other end, I'm gonna put 2. If you don't want to use permanent marker Sharpie on your line, you can use a piece of painter's tape, anything, you know, just put it around there, have a little flag and have it off there. I've gone both ways, honestly. It's exterior, it's not going to interact with the beer at all, so not too worried. Oh, just so you guys know, this is basically the same stuff for like, use basically the same stuff for like seltzer or coffee, really, although you use nitrogen instead of CO2. Wine, like kegged wine, kegged coffee, like craft soda or You know, if you can get kegs of soda, it's the same stuff. It basically all works the same, especially the stuff I use. With all of that, you definitely want to use all stainless steel. I always recommend using just stainless steel. There we go. Took me a while to figure out that little rolling trick to help it walk up the barb. And it's a lot easier when it's on a stationary object. When you're dealing with just a barb by itself, it's like a lot of times I'll shove the metal piece against the wall, hold it, and then try to roll it. And it's kind of a pain. Don't forget to mark. I will inevitably forget to mark one of these and won't notice until it's all installed. And then I'll have to go through and do all of the rest of them and figure out which one it is. It's either that or I'll have to take the tap backsplash tower down and try to figure out which one it is, which is a real pain in the butt. All right, I'm gonna move you over. Hopefully you can still see. Yeah, it looks like you can. This allows me to get a little more on it. So, hook the tip. Get it on the first one. Roll it. And put your clamp on. And there you go. That's number 4. Oh, wait. Need to go through and make sure I only tighten the first 4. Wait. You're good in it where you're thinking about all the other stuff you're doing and you forget which way it turns. No? Is that just me? Well, you know. It'll happen to you one day too. We'll do one more. So we'll do 4 at a time. Okay, there we go. That's a little off. Gotta loosen that up just a touch. There we go. All right, clamp, line, hook. Come on, hook. There we go. And roll. Mostly I don't talk to myself this much. I don't know if that's actually true. I talk to myself quite a bit and talk to my equipment, talk to my tools. But again, like when filming, it's always a little weird to not be telling you exactly everything I'm thinking and doing. Marking the end of the line with 5. Grabbing 6. So far I haven't had a lot of views on this one, on these videos. Hopefully if you're watching this, you're finding it informative. I hope a little entertaining, though this is far from my most entertaining stuff. This is educational. I haven't had a lot of questions yet. Please feel free to ask questions. I always want to answer anything I can. As you can tell, I'm not holding anything back here. I'm not holding any secrets back. I'm trying to show you step by step every part of putting in this system. I've never understood why people are so tight-mouthed, closed-mouthed about how this stuff actually works. Are they worried that people won't actually call them anymore to do it? Possibly. Me, I'm going to tell you how it all works. And hopefully you can get it done the way you need it done. And if you don't want to do it, then hopefully you'll call me to do it. All right, last one until I move the camera again. There we go. Can you guys hear my cat? Okay. It should be 8. Did I write 7 on the last one? I think I wrote 6 on the last one. I did write 6. Uh-oh. Huh. I wrote 6 on 2 of them. That's okay, I didn't write the line under the 6 so that I can tell it's a 6, not a 9. And that one's 6. This one is, we'll just X that out, right underneath it, write 7. This one gets an 8. Generally, when I'm doing this, I listen to audiobooks. Or I'll have some crappy 90s television show on my iPad playing. Alright, time for us to switch sides. I'm going to take my leftover lines that I need to put on, drape it there, and move you. All right, you guys can see? Cool. So grab your next line. Shove it under. Put your clamp on. Hook it. Oh, wait. Better go through and make sure everything's tight. Now, if you guys don't remember from when I built this, the reason these are all going this way up until over here where they're going straight down is the pass-through is on this side of it, of the offset backsplash. So there's only going to be a section about so wide for all the lines to go through. So all of the lines over here are going to swoop down into there. Okay, tight enough. Let's kind of move back some. All right, line, clamp, hook, and kind of roll it to get the tip on. Roll it up. And take it. And clamp it. Perfect. This should be 9. Don't forget to do the little lines under 9 and 6 so that you can tell what they are. Sorry, it's a little awkward doing this with the camera right there. Clamp. Hook. That one didn't want to go on. Roll it up. Clamp it down. Now we're going to mark a 10. All right, 2 more to go. Reposition a little bit. See if I can get to these a little bit easier. Also going to close my clamp kit so that if an unfortunate accident happens, it doesn't fall all over the floor and thousands of little clamps go everywhere. The further over you get, the more difficult it is because if you can't tell, I've been holding on to it to kind of keep it in place while I'm putting all the force on it. But basically over here, it's going to be a real pain. 11. Oddly, my 11s, I just do 2 straight lines, but my 1s, I do the little underline and the little flappy off the side. I don't know why I do that. And here's number 12. You might not be able to see too well what I'm doing because I'm going to be working in here. So I'm going to grab onto it as best I can. Here, get it on there, and then roll it. Well, it's up and over. And clamp it. Now we mark it. $12. And that, my friends, is pretty much that. Take our clamps out, make sure we don't lose all of them. I did cut one extra line just in case, which I'll just tie up like that to take with me to the install, just in case. You never know what's going to happen when you're there. Catch a sharp corner on something on these lines and just cut it in half. Alright, we're gonna reposition now. Alright. Sorry about the camera movements. Hope you're not seasick. Now we're gonna take all the lines. Going to stick them inside here, kind of coil it, and here's a trick: you can actually take it and run it behind some of the further ones, transport. And they're not likely to pop out like that. So they're in there, they're ready to go. So when I get there, hopefully tomorrow, I'll carry this whole thing in. I'll actually take the this back box off, because this is separate from this. I'll mount this to the wall. But when I mount it, I'm going to use sponge tape around this whole section, because when I screw it in, it's going to suck it to the wall, and the sponge tape is going to compress and create a good seal around the whole thing. After that, I've got some foam board, some pink foam board, that I'm going to cut and put on the inside here on the back. Just having my 2 pieces of PVC sticking out on the inside. Then I'll take that same foam board and I'll fill in the 4 sides that are 6 inches, and that'll give me good across the inside. Now, over here, it's a little more of a pain in the butt. I'm going to have to do it on site, where I'm going to cut it and fill it in. I may also use some of this stuff to try to insulate the front up pretty well. So, you may not get to see all of the install. Hold on. You may not get to see all of the install because of just the logistics of moving a camera around and doing all of that. But I'm going to try to show you as much of it as I possibly can and show you all of the hard sections, but you might not get to see the actual, like, me cutting insulation. That's going to be real fucking boring anyway. Yeah, I'll show it to you after it's done and what it looks like, but I'll catch you guys later. Bye.